All right. Hey, what's up, guys? Chelsea, welcome back to Fate Grand Order. Last time in the main story, we finished out Olympus. I'm gonna kind of skip over Imaginary Scramble in the recap. Yeah, we finished Olympus. And yeah, Musashi's gone forever, question mark? Unless they find a reason to bring her back in part 3, which is currently going on in Japan, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. And yeah, it left off before we even... No, we got back to Chaldea, I think. Or Novum Chaldea, that is. But nothing's happened as of yet. But Mr. Limbo apparently is trying to drag us into his domain. Like he was planning some shit, which I assume is what HEIAN-KYO will be about, probably. Like him getting his personal revenge, if I had to assume. But yeah, hey Meridaki Gogeta. But yeah, all I know about Naraka Mandala is I know 3 characters that'll be in it: Sakata, Ibuki, and Sei. Sakata because he's literally in the roadmap thing when you go to HEIAN-KYO, and then the other 2 because their interludes literally say clear Naraka Mandala HEIAN-KYO. So yeah, I guess we'll get on into it. Well, that doesn't sound good.
The shuttle border is now docked at Wandering Seaport 1. All Chaldea staff, please disembark at your earliest convenience.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, no, we hadn't made it back to Chaldea yet. For some reason, I thought the final scene with Ritsuka and everyone was at Chaldea, at the end of Olympus. I don't know why, but apparently not. Great job out there, Shadow Border.
That's right, it only took about 20 minutes from the time we anchored the storm border outside and made our way here in the Shadow Border. Thank you again, Nemo. I don't know what we would have done without your help. You're amazing. Well, I am Triton as well as Nemo.
And I'm dropping frames already. What the heck? Why? Well, as long as the stream doesn't fully... What the heck, man? It was fine yesterday. Hopefully it's just a temporary dip.
I am Triton as well as Nemo. When it comes to navigating the ocean, you'd better believe I can hold my own against the storm border. I doubt my Nautilus will ever serve as a strategy room for you guys again, but it's still nice to hear that. Well done out there, everyone. I have been eagerly awaiting your return. Congratulations on your victory over the Atlantic Lost Belt. Not only did you succeed in your primary objective brilliantly, you even brought back a more fascinating souvenir than I could ever have imagined. That battleship out there is simply fantabulous. The data you sent painted a truly spectacular picture. Now that I've seen it in person, your data hardly did it justice. Well, I can certainly understand how you feel, Miss Shion. I'm afraid I must ask you to postpone indulging your curiosity a bit longer. I believe you're already aware of the situation and of the next move we need to make.
Yeah, we gotta go to Britain. The British Isles. Yeah, mate.
You'd better believe it. Not to worry, our next mission's right up my alley as well. I see. My apologies, I should have known Atlas's resident child prodigy would already have the matter well in hand. Miss Ritsuka, Director Godolph, Miss Kirillite, and Mr. M.
Mounier doesn't even get his full name said, just Mr. M. At least I'm assuming it's who he means when he says Mr. M.
May I suggest we take this opportunity to roll up our sleeves and return to our respective positions? What the? How do you know my handle, Holmes?
Don't tell me you're addicted to online games too. Haha.
Well, I won't deny I have my own vices. Online games not among them.
Indeed, I still have very little experience when it comes to video games. It's probably a good thing. Probably. No, that was just a small demonstration of my skill. Why am I dropping frames, bro? What the heck? I don't have Steam open, so nothing should be downloading in the background. I don't... Probably just the downside of having wireless broadband internet, I guess. Is sometimes it's just not gonna function properly.
That was just a small demonstration of my skill. Well, I may not have been at my best in Olympus. I am still the world's foremost detective, you see. By virtue of my profession, revealing secrets comes as naturally to me as breathing does to you. You really are the worst, aren't you? Nope, not buying it.
I think it's more like a fetish than it has anything to do with your job. Damn.
Now, that's enough of that, Angelo. His choice of topic aside, the point is, Holmes has proven himself that his detective skills are still sharp. And for one, I'm most encouraged to see it. Administrative advisor, just make sure you keep your magnifying glasses away from my own private affairs.
Yeah, sure, we'll do. Definitely. It's wonderful to see everyone so relaxed again. I think we all started feeling less tense on the way back from Olympus, and it looks like I was right. Yeah, we were under a ton of stress for a long time, yeah. We were thrown right into the deep end at the very beginning of Atlantis, all the way through to Olympus, so like... Yeah, we've been stressed out for like a... I don't even know how long it's been at this point. Between the two, it's probably what, at least 2 weeks, probably. Under a ton of stress for a long time.
You're really not supposed to chit-chat on the dock, you know. Besides, last I checked, you Chaldeans are supposed to be getting ready to tackle the next lost belt.
Yeah.
For all we know, this could be the last time we get to come back to the base like this. So I encourage you all to head back to your rooms and rest up for what's to come.
Oh, yes, you certainly don't have to tell me twice. I've been looking forward to putting my feet up on my fluffy bed and drifting off without having to worry about being woken up by an emergency alert for ages now. Oh yes, by the way, Captain, shouldn't my gorgeous director's office be done by now? What?
Right. How could I forget? How's that coming along, Shion?
Yes, of course it's all done. However, as luck would have it, I just began further renovations a few minutes ago with the aim of making it even more gorgeous than before. Right. Definitely didn't go unfinished because he wasn't around to hound you about it, right? Definitely. For sure. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, Gordolf, I would ask that you continue to look forward to the office of your dreams. Is he ever gonna get his office from the comfort of Storehouse 3 for the time being?
I don't believe it. She clearly forgot all about me.
But instead of admitting her mistake, she's chosen to power straight through with a 1,000-watt smile. True. So what are you and Da Vinci gonna do now, Captain?
I'm gonna head right back to the storm border. It's still pretty unstable, even with all the renovations we made in Atlantis. I need to shore it up so it can eventually operate even without my presence. Or the storm borders, for that matter. I see, so you'll be replacing the virtual parts currently supported by the Aeronax Phantasm with real ones. It seems then that you have a great deal of welding ahead of you. Yeah, once that's done, I have to replace the central control system with something that doesn't depend on the shadow border, so we stop piling more work onto Da Vinci. I take it everything's ready to go, Shion? You know it. I already finished moving your things out so you can focus all your energy on the construction.
What does that mean exactly?
It means that both Captain and Da Vinci will be staying on the storm border for the time being. In the meantime, the rest of us will remain here at Chaldea Base to prepare for the next lost belt operation. Miss Ritsuka, your task will be training to further improve your master capabilities. Miss Kyolite, you'll be fine-tuning the Ornax. And Miss Shion and I will begin investigating and analyzing the foreign god in earnest.
Right, yeah. Find out what exactly, the hell Olga Marie's doing.
Huh, you can do that? Only with the information we currently have available, but yes. My first order of business will be to peruse the atmosphere records we brought along from Chaldea's Antarctic base. These records should contain information on former director Olga Marie, who has now returned in the form of the foreign god, and of her father, Sir Marsbury, the founder of Chaldea. In that sense, I suppose it will be internal affairs, investigation of sorts. As for Miss Shion, she'll be... Say no more. You want me to observe and examine everything I can about the external side, the foreign god that now exists on our planet?
You can do that. Now look, you surprised me so much I reacted in the exact same way as Ritsuka.
So you did. It was very entertaining to watch. Maybe 6. At any rate, yes, I can indeed determine the foreign god's whereabouts now. In fact, I've already done so.
All is within Dry Magistus 2's analytical capabilities.
You may think of them as being analogous to Sheba from the original Chaldea, if that helps. As we speak, the foreign god's signal has left the Atlantic Lost Belt and moved to the South American one, where it's holding position. After Dry Magistus 2 analyzed the time-lapse footage, it concluded that it could not observe a future where the signal would leave South America, while the world was in its current bleached state.
That's good.
Which means we can expect the foreign god to remain in South America for the time being.
If she's not moving to the South American Lost Belt, then...
Shtaria's magecraft injured her so badly she can no longer move? No!
No! But yeah, I guess, yeah, the characters don't know that. We only know that via privilege of, as the player, getting to see a scene of Olga and Kira and Muramasa. Or Rasputin and Muramasa. You poor fools. That would be the most reasonable conclusion. Oh, Holmes. No.
I can think of no other reason for the foreign god to refrain from attacking us.
Then this is the perfect chance to strike back. If we go after her now, she's still injured, then...
Sorry, Gordy, but I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, hey guys. Hope you don't mind me jumping in remotely. That's right, it's me, Da Vinci. I am currently examining the stone border along with the Nemo Marines. Well, hey, cut that out, Marine D. Those are my skates, damn it.
Oh, I wonder if they literally labeled them. Like maybe they put letters on the front of their uniform, so that way they could differentiate them.
I swear, why are you guys always messing with me?
Because we're both riders, which makes us rivals. And there's no way we're gonna let you win without a fight.
Since you've got the land covered and we've got the sea,
Whoever ends up controlling the sky will win it all.
That's why one of these days we're gonna have Captain Nemo fight you to see who gets to keep the storm border.
Alright. You know what? Fair enough. Come on, Marines. Winner takes all. Let's win this thing. Huh? What are you guys even talking about?
Just ignore them, Da Vinci. More importantly, wasn't there something you wanted to tell us?
Oh right, I almost forgot. You know, Captain,
It wouldn't kill you to keep these guys in line.
Anyway, speaking in my capacity as technical advisor, I have to strongly advise against trying to attack the foreign god in South America right now. Even if she really is as badly injured as we're assuming, we'd still be no match for her. At least, not yet. Based on what we observed in Olympus, the foreign god's spirit origin outputs on the order of a third-class planet.
Oh. In other words, she's the strongest being we've seen since Beast 1 GACHA and his second-class planet-level power.
We just don't have anything powerful enough to destroy something like that, even if the storm border were in perfect condition. So if we try going to South America now, never mind beating her, just surviving would be a miracle. If anything, we should be grateful that things are at a stalemate right now. The strongest being we've seen since GACHA. True, when we fought GACHA, we were only able to defeat him thanks to a number of extenuating circumstances. Yeah. Like, you know, Roman sacrificing himself.
What about the Black Barrel? Couldn't that do something against the foreign god, no matter the scale of her lifespan?
As much as I would love to say that my darling Black Barrel's up to the task, I am afraid I cannot. To begin, it's possible that the foreign god simply does not fit our perception of common sense. Probably. I feel like it'd be a safe bet. You see, Black Barrel can only measure the longevity of something understood by creatures of Earth. We simply have no guarantee that the same rules apply to the foreign god. That said, I suppose it's at least possible, given that we are able to communicate with them. But even then, I doubt that the Black Barrel's accomplishments measure would be able to get a full read on the foreign god's lifespan. Oh? And why is that? Isn't the Black Barrel designed to precisely determine those sorts of differences in capability on their heads? Well, think about it. The foreign god whipped up a gravitational field like it was nothing, remember? We're talking about a being capable of creating black holes. My engineering simply cannot compete. You all know about black holes, right? They're basically pitfalls of pure darkness that suck up anything in their vicinity. I say pitfall, but in a metaphorical sense. There is no falling involved. They exert a gravitational force on anything within range. The reason they're called black holes is because not even light can escape their pull, which makes them as dark as it is physically possible to be. The speed of light is 300,000 kilometers per second, and with our current understanding of the laws of physics, we are unable to exceed it. So there's just no way for anything I could engineer to keep up with an opponent who can toss out black holes with hardly any effort. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know how we're gonna deal with that. To be honest, like, yeah. Like, obviously we will. You know, because the fact that there's a part 3 and it doesn't end abruptly at part 2 tells us we find a way to deal with it, but I don't know how. I don't know how you're gonna counteract gravity forces. Black holes. Arcade's fully matured beast 6S, Horror of Babylon has first planetary class spirit origin output. So, I mean, if Arcade's Caldia could beat a Fur, I'm assuming first is best in this scenario, and it's not a descending order thing. If your Arcade Caldia could beat her, we could beat Olga Marie. Unless it is in fact descending order and third is strongest, so then we might have a problem. We might have a little bit of a problem at that point. But nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, of course, because there is a part 3. Like, you know, clearly we end up beating her somehow. Keeps up with an opponent who can toss out black holes with hardly any effort.
Really? Granted, that gravitational field was quite a force to be reckoned with. Does this mean there's just nothing we can do against someone with black holes in our arsenal?
Not quite. No, that's not quite accurate. I'm not saying that black holes are so strong simply by virtue of their nature. In fact, increasing gravity is actually very simple. All one has to do is compress mass and raise its density. For example, if we could compress Earth's mass to the size of a fingertip, it'd become a black hole. So the mechanics behind a black hole's creation are clearly understood. We simply lack the engineering skill to create one. Even as we speak, new black holes are forming throughout the universe. They are the inevitable result of what happens when a large star reaches the end of its life cycle and collapses under its own weight. They are part of stellar life, and as such they occur throughout the universe on a daily basis. In other words, the foreign god is using the same mechanisms as the cosmos itself. Which means that even the very scales we employ must use completely different units of measurement than hers. Is that correct? I'm afraid so. The black barrel is designed for fighting life forms, regardless of how powerful those life forms may be. But unfortunately for us, humanity has yet to devise a calculation that's not only capable of measuring the lifespan of celestial objects, but then using that measurement as a weapon. The only reason we were able to use it to defeat the gods of Olympus is because they were part of a theory that only worked in the Lost Belt. Put differently, because they were once a foundational factor of human history.
Yeah. And there's no way for us to use the black barrel to stop the foreign gods since it uses its target's own longevity as ammunition? It's what it sounds like, yeah.
Correct. Our battle with the foreign god will be determined solely by how much energy we're able to produce.
And right now, not enough. So if our opponent's outputting as much energy as your average star, we'll need to come up with a weapon that can match and exceed it. Is that even possible? Probably.
I suggest we leave that topic for a later time. For the moment, stabilizing the storm border is our top priority.
But even if we get the storm border in perfect working order, what good will it do if we don't have any useful weapons to bring to bear?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. We do have some idea of where we might find such a weapon, don't we, Da Vinci? Maybe.
I mean, yeah, if you're only talking about where to look, that part's in the bag. Are they hoping to convince the lost LB6 King, aka Morgan, like we know that already, to help fight the foreign god, maybe? I guess that could work.
If you're only talking about where to look, that part's in the bag. But actually getting our hands on it, that's a whole other story. That's quite alright, Da Vinci. We'll have plenty of time to figure that out. In the meantime, there's something I'd like to ask you regarding Cadex Semlipus. Is it true that he gave you something before you put him in the recovery pod? Oh, that! I'm surprised you know about that, Holmes. Who spilled the beans anyway?
Oh, that'd be me. You're talking about the memory chip, right? I'm the one who told him about it, and how it probably has records of the Cryptor's communications.
Right, charming, eh? That chip contains all sorts of communication logs between Krishtaria and the other Cryptors. I'm pretty sure Caddick copied them himself. Most of it was about the Atlantic Lost Spell, so it's all pretty useless now. There were 2 bits I found interesting, though. Oh, and what were those? At first, that the attack on our world began with the Bleached Earth phenomenon, not the Trees of Emptiness. And second, that the Bleached Earth phenomenon's point of origin was in North America, in Area 51.
Makes sense, given the scenes we've been seeing between Lost Belts, or at the start of Lost Belts, I guess. I mean, that we, the player, have been seeing, not Ritsuka. North America, Area 51, yeah.
Aliens.
We may not have a great deal of information at this point, but nonetheless. Da Vinci, would you be so kind as to send that data over to me as well? Sure thing. Knock yourself out. Alright, that's all from me for now. The storm border isn't gonna improve itself after all. Ritsuka, Mash, I know things aren't easy right now, but try not to let them get you guys down, okay? Don't worry. You'll feel a lot less anxious once you've had a good rest and gotten back into the swing of things with your training. I might not get to see you guys for a while, but the next time I do, I look forward to seeing how much you've grown.
Hopefully we've grown it all by that point, but, you know, who knows, we'll see.
Da Vinci already brought up everything I wish to say. Or that I wish to, so there's not much left for me to say. Now that the foreign god has arrived on Earth, the situation has changed dramatically. However, that doesn't mean we should panic.
Yeah, no, panicking would probably make things worse.
For the moment, the best thing we can do is keep our heads down and focus exclusively on what we're able to affect. For myself and Holmes on the analysis team, that means studying the enemy and coming up with a plan. For the field team, namely Ritsuka, Mash, and the Border's crew, that means equal parts training and recuperation. No need to worry. According to Trismegistus 2's prognostications, the world should remain perfectly intact for at least another month.
Oh, a month, okay.
And as the Atlas Institute's resident genius, that gives me more than enough time to come up with a plan guaranteed to succeed. So I encourage you all to kick back, relax, and enjoy this standby time as best you can.
We'll try. No promises, though. Oh. I thought we were gonna... Okay. I thought that bit would have introduced why we're going to... okay. I guess not. 5th year of Konko, HEIAN-KYO. Act 1. Oh. Nice moon. The moon is watching. It's the dead of night. The time when humans lay fast asleep and wild beasts wait with bated breath. As the moon alone looks down upon the capital reverberating with evil.
Evil.
This is HEIAN-KYO, the land of marvels. Like the British Isles, mystic creatures still roam the lands and peerless heroes hunt them down. It is in this nightmarish realm that myth still draws breath. For example what? Go on, lad, tell me. The Saiji, located on the southwest end of HEIAN-KYO's central area. It was rebuilt only recently after a fire burned it to the ground, many years ago. And it is said that the Minister of the Left may have read a poem in its honor during its reopening ceremony. Speaking of Minister of the Left Fujiwara, he is one of the Emperor's most trusted aides. A striking figure in both body and deed, none embodies the capital's prosperity or authority better than him. As such, Saiji, with its close connection to him, is a place of miracles. Or at least it should have been. But... instead it was home to rage. To malice. Indeed, as the moon looks down, a vicious monster, practically the embodiment of loathing, roams the sacred ground of this holy temple. Shut up. Oh? That's our boy.
Just shut up.
If he's not in his golden look, maybe I shouldn't try and give him like a over-exaggerated cartoon Texan accent. Just shut up already. Some great evil spirit threatening the Imperial Palace and all of HEIAN-KYO you turned out to be. You're just another born old evil spirit who turned tail and ran at the sight of the 4 Heavenly Kings statues at Toji. Cheeky little punk.
Stuff it.
Damn, he's got attitude. With one swing of his blade, the battle was over before it began. In a flash, the supposedly great evil spirit's formless body was scattered to the 4 winds. Ha! Done and done. Oh, whoops. This is what it means to be a brave warrior. A Heian warrior. He is part of the last line of defense, keeping the people of these Far East Islands safe from the multitude of wicked monsters that threaten its peace. No, that wasn't it either. What am I missing? Things were never like this back when I was living on the mountain. What's wrong? What don't I got? Damn it, this just ain't gonna cut it. Guarding the city? That's hardly a task worthy of one of Raiko's 4 Heavenly Kings. Damn, at this rate, I'll never be able to be a master. Now, does he mean master as in like the servant summoning sense, or master in a like master like warrior? I feel like if that was, I mean that felt very pointed. I assume he's probably meaning master as in servant master, right?
A master, huh? There's something about that just doesn't sit right with me either. How'd you ever make your peace with it, Brother Suna?
I don't know. The Horikawa Main Street Ichijo Midoribashi Bridge.
You there, young lady.
Yes, officer. What can I do for you at this hour of the night?
Officer, huh? I suppose I can see why you would mistake me for one, but no, I'm no officer no longer. Or I am an officer no longer. I'm a warrior. A retainer from Setsu.
And does that mean you're the famous sword fighter from the Genji family?
I see you're well informed indeed, young lady. In that case, I trust you also already know that the Minister of the Left has tasked the Genji family with defending the city from any who would threaten it.
Yes, of course. None of us city residents would still be alive today if it weren't for the warriors of Genji. Thank you so much for all you've done for us.
If there's anything I can do to show my appreciation, oh valiant warrior.
You need but say the word.
Very well then, in that case. I would like it. I'd like a dance.
Did you say a dance?
I did. The moon's rather clear tonight.
You're a bit of a weirdo. Like, you just come up to a random woman and exert your your supposed influence because you happen to be a warrior fighting for, like, really. He's a lot scummier than I thought he would be. Like, that's weird. That's a weird thing to do.
I'd like you to dance atop the bridge so I may watch you alongside the moon's reflection on the water's surface. Do you still don't understand what I mean? You do well to peer into the water. Perhaps if you're not taking such undue pride in this transformation, Ibaraki, you might have noticed you forgot to change your shadow to match.
Oh, he was just messing with Ibaraki, I see. Okay. That makes sense. I was gonna say, that's a really weird thing to do. Just go up to a random woman and be like...
You. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? You tricked me. You knew who I was, and you tricked me into embarrassing myself. If this means you had me figured out from the start, then I'll kill you. You're dead, you hear me? Dead. I hate you so much. That's it. Tonight's the night I finally bite your head off.
Gouge your eyes out, skin you alive, and leave your mutilated corpse hanging for everyone on Suzaku Avenue to see.
You hear me, Suna? Huh. Hey, look at me when I'm threatening you. You're supposed to tremble at my fangs, shudder at my claws, and beg for mercy at my feet. How dare you look at me? And see someone else, Suna. Look at me, damn it!
He's not even giving her a glance.
Why, you? My little Suna. Are you so terrified of me that you can't move? Good, that's more like it.
Yeah, that's definitely what's going on here, Ibaraki, for sure. Very terrified,
Yes, that's right. I've grown stronger since that night. Much stronger. I learned a lot on Mount Oe, Suna. In the time I spent with Shuten, I learned everything I needed to know about being a better Oni. and I'm just getting started. One of these days I'm gonna lead every Oni in all of Japan. As the pair of Oni kings of Mount Oe, Shuten and I will descend from on high, wipe out you Genji and devour every last person on the face of the earth.
Sure you will. Yeah,
Heh.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Is it all you have to say, Ibaraki? Then it seems you still have yet to catch on. You're clearly a long ways off from rivaling Shuten as a leader of the Oni world.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Neither your flames nor your claws came close to injuring me. For that matter, in case you hadn't noticed, I haven't even opened my eyes for a while now.
You. Grr. How dare you make a mockery of me, you human.
Great insult.
Curse you, Suna.
Ibaraki.
My arm. You cut off my right arm. Oh gods, it hurts. It hurts. Damn you! You bastard! Suna! Huh? What do you think you're doing now? Why did you sheath your sword? Why aren't you coming for my head next? Come at me again, damn it. Go on, I dare you. The next time you swing your sword at me, that's when I'll bite your head off. I mean it.
It seems there's no servant to be found here. And you have yet to use a single support spell even after having your arm cut off. So clearly you're not a master.
Huh.
Huh? Masters? Servants? What are you talking about?
You have no caster aiding you. You're just a lone Oni, nothing more. As such, I have no further quarrel with you.
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about, Suna.
Okay, so there's just this straight up Holy Grail war happening here, or well, not quite a Holy Grail war, but something similar.
I don't know what you're talking about, Suna. But you said I'm just a lone Oni? Nothing more? I can't believe you tried to trick me with that kind of nonsense. I hate you even more now.
Fair. That would be pretty insulting.
A smoke screen made a fire. And then she hid. If nothing else, Ibaraki, you do get better at turning tail each time we meet.
Next time I'm gonna take my arm back, and then I'm gonna kill you. It'll be our last meeting. You have my word on that, Suna, my hated rival. Don't you dare forget it.
Ibaraki, are you ever gonna give up? Like, I don't know, at this point, I feel like you should just let bygones be bygones and move on with your life.
So, she's returned to the mountain. Caster.
Oh? Oh, Medea!
Yes, master?
That's an interest. Okay, so he's a master and she's... I mean, obviously, well, I guess obviously he's a master because Kintuki said as much, but this confirms it. They're straight up... They're straight up a Holy Grail... Or maybe not Holy Grail, but maybe something similar to the Waxing Moon. Or something completely different maybe is happening here. I don't know, we'll see.
Her magical energy was far beyond that of an ordinary human, but it also didn't belong to a servant. Perhaps she was a phantasmal or...
She's an Oni. Right, of course, you never had such creatures in the land you hail from. Ibaraki and I have something of a history, as you may have guessed. But never mind that now. For the time being, I shall hold on to this arm myself.
Understood.
So that's what it feels like to have one's senses enhanced with magecraft. Magnificent work, Caster. As you can see, I remain without a scratch even after facing off with an Oni.
Don't be ridiculous, Lord Suna. All I did was cast a simple spell to temporarily enhance your senses. You're the one who evaded those fearsome attacks without any physical enhancements or protection from Claw and Flame. Yeah, pretty impressive. And what's more, you did so entirely with your eyes closed. It was truly an incredible feat if I've ever seen one, Master. Yeah, I feel like in this time period, at least among like the strongest of warriors, at least, with how the average person's a lot stronger than like modern day, a caster would probably be the ideal backup, right? Just as a I guess if anything, the ideal backup would probably be like a writer who's also has some skill in magecraft, or an assassin like Semiramis. You know, someone who has more combat and stealth oriented capabilities, but can also use magic. But or just having another warrior by your side could also help immensely, I guess. I don't know. It was truly an incredible feat if I've ever seen one, Master.
Hardly. Anyone who carries a sword could. Well, maybe not. But I will say that any warriors at the top of their art, that is, any of Raiko's 4 heavenly kings, could do as much. Or at least they should. Alright, my caster, let us be off. We have more quarry we must find tonight.
Ah, yes, Master. Understood. Interesting how she hasn't shown up at all since Okeanos, and then back to back, Atlantis, and now here, she has a part to play in the story. That's kind of interesting. I guess they realized, oh wait, we haven't done much with her, huh? Although I feel like it should have been adult Medea here. Because the only time we've seen adult Medea in the main story is Salem, but even then, it was only actually her for like one scene. The rest of the time it was Circe in disguise, so it's like, I don't know, I feel like we should have gotten adult Medea, but no.
Singularity. We've got a singularity on our hands. But as I mentioned many times, I'm very much a layman when it comes to singularities. Plus, I really don't want to get involved with them if at all possible. So, well, usually I'd be sitting back and enjoying an elegant cup of tea back in my gorgeous director's office, currently still under construction. The circumstances apparently being what they are, I decided to at least put in a brief appearance here. In regards to the singularity itself, I'll let my technical and administrative advisors handle the briefing. Alright, technical advisor, have at it. I'll be watching over the proceedings from a safe, supervisory distance.
Thanks, Gordy. I'll take it from here. Foe. Oh, is that your way of welcoming me, Foe? Thanks. Alright, Ritsuka and Mash. Ready to get this briefing started? Ready. I take it we need to race shift somewhere again. Now, don't be hasty. So this latest singularity was first observed about 30 minutes ago. Of course, with Earth currently bleached clean of human history, the only kinds of singularities that can occur now are minute ones. Or so we thought. Do you remember what Shion told us about minute singularities? Basically, the worst that can happen with an unrepaired minute singularity is that it causes a few minor problems when Earth is restored to normal. But that's not the case here. This is the real deal. A genuine, full-blown capital S singularity. A real singularity? You mean like the original 7? Foe? Precisely. Which means the singularity represents a grave threat to humanity, even with Earth in its current bleached state. The fact that the singularity has appeared as a blot of black stagnation, even on this empty Earth. Suggests that its influence is far-reaching indeed. That is the unfortunate conclusion from which this too is reached.
Black stagnation, huh?
Yep. Black stagnation. How can I put this? It's basically like a giant sunspot. That's the kind of stagnation we're talking about. But didn't the genius of the Atlas Institute say we had at least a month? An excellent point, which is why I think you should hear what she has to say for herself. Go ahead, Shion.
I am so sorry. Please just forget everything I said about the world remaining intact for a month. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay.
The thing about singularities is the only people who can predict them are the ones who cause them. That's why even GACHA ended up being undone by them. They're like insects eating holes in your map before you're even aware of their existence. Anyway, there you have it.
I'll let the singularity professionals take it from here. Uh-huh. Good luck fixing this one and restoring humanity!
Makes sense now, Ritsuka?
I guess.
So your mission this time is to investigate and eliminate this dark spot in human history. The singularity is located in Japan, during the Heian period in the 5th year of Kanko. Or 1008 by the Gregorian calendar, the early 11th century. More specifically, it's located in the city we now call Kyoto. Though at the time it was commonly referred to as Kyo, or Miyako, meaning the capital.
Kyoto!
Perhaps it'd be easiest to simply refer to it as HEIAN-KYO, as in Heian period Kyoto. Heian! That's the period Reiko, Kintoki,
Shutendoji, Ibaraki Doji, Murasaki Shikibu, and Sei Shotokan all come from. Yep. Except, the likelihood of the singularities Shutendoji and Ibaraki Doji wanting to work with us is pretty much zero. There's probably a 0% chance we, you know, get help from them. Now, Raiko and Kintoki, on the other hand, maybe. And of course, you know, in real life, you know, during their lives, Murasaki and Sei aren't gonna be doing any fighting.
Now that's golden. Did something to say HEIAN-KYO? In the 5th year of Kanko, no less. Now you're really golden. Speaking my language.
We probably shouldn't bring him. I'm just gonna. Say we probably shouldn't. I don't know if well, actually, I guess if it's in a singularity, him meeting himself wouldn't be that big of a problem. Probably.
That time's right around when us Genji warriors were in our prime. As I recall, that was just before a big OA Oni cleanup operation. Which means you can expect to see yours truly. So you better believe me and Boss Raiko are gonna be all over this. Well, I know Raiko's kinda busy getting things ready now, but I'm sure she'd come running in a flash if you gave the word, Master.
Kintoki means golden time, right? Then it's really... We're really gonna bring him along to a singularity where we're probably gonna meet him. That doesn't seem like a great idea. Yeah, it'd be great if you could all come along, but...
Right? All you gotta do is sit back, relax, and trust that you're in golden hands, baby.
That's true. You almost surely know this HEIAN-KYO place better than anyone.
And if you could meet up with your historical counterpart, I bet you'd be perfect for getting him to cooperate with us and share what he knows.
So I agree that having you come along would be ideal.
If it were possible.
What's the matter, short stuff? Why the long face?
Well, the thing is...
hello everyone, long time no see. Oh, we're bringing the shinobi. Okay. Makes sense.
Fuma Kotaro at your service. Kato Danzo, likewise.
Ah, where did you two go? Where did you two come from? Oh, for. What is it with the ninja servants always popping up where you least expect them?
That's kind of their job.
Sure, I might be able to handle the surprise thanks to the nerves of steel cultivated during a lifetime of racing. But you could have easily caused, Mose Mikhail here to die of shock.
Tubby's not even sticking to the food theme anymore.
I am so sorry, Director Gordolf. I promise I'll be more careful from now on.
Good. But, only within reason, of course. I'm aware you ninjas are all about stealth after all.
Master, Lord Kintoki, Lord Gordolf, other distinguished guests. Will you please hear what we have to say?
Of course. Why not?
Thank you, Master. You see, Lady Danzo and I sensed something was wrong at almost exactly the same time. 30 minutes ago. The same time that the singularity appeared. Right. Both Lady Danzo and I were momentarily overcome by the exact same sensation. A sensation like hearing a squirming insect, which we think is directly connected to Limbo, the alter ego. Huh.
Fofo? Limbo, huh? I've heard the stories about him too, Master. And it sure as hell sounds like he's one of the most golden, ungolden bastards ever. He basically shows up out of nowhere and tries to pull some seriously ungolden shit on you guys all the time, right? From what I've heard, it sounds like he's a dead ringer for Ashidoman. Of course, I can't say for sure if he's the same Ashidoman I knew. But I do know for sure that he was hanging out in Kyo right around the year 1008. That said, I get the feeling that he didn't start competing with Abeno Seme, or going down a seriously deranged path until a little later on.
Yeah. Limbo.
Limbo is truly a wicked creature. And yet I get a strong sense that he and I are entwined by threads of fate. I feel the same. What's more, when I heard you all mention HEIAN-KYO, that feeling only grew stronger. So please, Master, please let us come with you on this journey so we may cut the threads of fate that bind us to him once and for all.
Fate, Well, I can certainly understand how you must feel, but I'm afraid we can't make the call on that.
Why would Danzo feel that way, though? Because this isn't the same her from Shimausa. This is the proper historical one, right? So she shouldn't have any particularly strong feelings, I would think.
I'm afraid we can't make the call on that alone. What do you say, Technical Advisor? Sending contracted heroic spirits along on a race shift may work for pseudo-singularities and minute ones. But were you ever able to send them to a real singularity that easily? Because as far as I can recall, you could only race shift 2 people at most.
Well, of course being able to race shift contracted heroic spirits from our time would be a huge advantage on any mission. But as our director so rightly pointed out, we're usually not able to have contracted heroic spirits tag along.
But we have the spirit graph now. Why don't we take the spirit graph along and use that to summon our contracted heroic spirits, like we did in the Void Sea? Couldn't that work?
Huh? Well, there have been servants with extremely rare skills that let them race shift into singularities on their own. But for the most part, it just isn't possible. Since most heroic spirits can't race shift on their own, their only choice is to sync up with Master. As for how we determine whether even that's a possibility, it all comes down to a singularity's essence. By which I mean how harshly it treats elements that didn't originally exist in that history. Put it another way, how many gaps it has to which foreign elements might slip in. For example, if a singularity were to occur at a crucial point in human history, there'd be almost no room to bend the rules regarding what sort of outside elements are allowed. But at minute singularities, restrictions aren't nearly so well strict. Which means there's no room to fudge things, presumably allowing us to race shift contracted heroic spirits in alongside Master. The same mostly holds true for pseudo-singularities too. We've seen some cases where select heroic spirits are able to race shift along thanks to their bonds, temperaments, traits, or other unique characteristics. For example, with the Agartha incident, Astolfo and Dion had no problem tagging along. In Salem, we managed to send Robin Hood, Sanson, and Matahari. And Cersei, but yeah. With the Shinjuku case, we could have I mean, I guess she wasn't contracted to us, though. But, yeah, so I guess it's fair. With the Shinjuku case, we could have technically sent a few servants along. But they ended up unable to race shift all the way there thanks to a certain professor's interference.
Alright, so what's the deal with this one? Can we go along or not?
I'm afraid that would be really challenging for this singularity.
Well, I say challenging, but it's really more like impossible. As far as I can tell from the numbers I got with the Paper Moon, there are no servants who could accompany Ritsuka on...
This is the Stormborder command room calling for our anchor point.
From our anchor point.
Do you read me, Da Vinci? I've been following along remotely, so don't worry about catching me up. Shion's actually touching the Paper Moon right now, and she says she has some new information about your current topic. Go ahead, Shion. She's here flapping her gums like a guppy.
Like a guppy? I admit that's a very cute expression.
But you are aware I don't have gills, right?
Oh right, the report. I was inspecting the Paper Moon. And heard your discussion of heroic spirits and the probability of race shift. So out of sheer curiosity, I decided to try running some new numbers. And the results were... interesting. Interesting you say? Oh yes, very interesting. It's not a result I would ever have expected to get on the first try.
It's almost as though someone is extending an invitation for the relevant parties to come along. Huh. Like, maybe Limbo wants Kotaro and Donzo there? I'm going to assume. Look that says, what is she talking about? Look that says, how the hell should I know? Foe? Special translation, is it bacon time yet? No, Foe, it's not.
It's wonderful to see you guys acting in such solidarity.
It makes you all seem more dependable than ever. Thanks?
But now's not the time for heartwarming scenes. No, definitely not. So I'll jump straight to the point. The good news is I happened to observe two spirit origins that should have no trouble whatsoever race shifting with Ritsuka to the singularity. The assassins Fumakotaro and Kato Danzo.
Yeah. I think Limbo also wants to settle some debts.
Bad news is those are the only two. The rest of the Heian servants, including Kintuki, are a no-go. As are servants from other regions and time periods.
Gotcha.
Lord Kintuki.
Nah, don't worry about it. It is what it is, right? The only thing that matters is that you two keep Boss safe. Between you two and Mash, she'll have a golden shield and spears at her command. Make sure you do the rest of us proud out there, alright? I'm counting on you, Evil Wind and Black Cat.
Understood.
What, puppet? What, rude? To be the one to oil Kato's joints. I mean, what?
Right.
As for the rest of us, well, you better believe we'll show up to help fight battles and stuff. I've also got some golden advice I want to impart before you head out. If you're headed for 5th year Kanko era HEIAN-KYO, then yours truly, well, actually a few of our living selves, are sure to be there somewhere. So make damn sure you find us no matter what. If you can just track us down and explain the whole singularity deal to our living selves, Well, I can at least promise that Raiko and me are sure to believe ya.
We'll see.
Protecting the human world's the Genji clan's sworn duty, after all. And Raiko in particular do anything to keep people safe. Even if that means she's gotta swallow what's gonna sound like a whole bunch of nonsense. Alright, that's all I got. Sorry I couldn't be more help. Good luck, boss. I'll be golden rooting for ya.
I'll do my golden best.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Golden! Foe! I see you're ready to go too, Foe.
I'm not letting that furball tag along and get another mission. It's staying right here this time.
Yeah, I don't think so, buddy.
Think about it. What if he gets lost and left behind at its latest race shift destination? He could end up single-handedly ruining Japan's natural ecosystems.
Foe!
Wow. What is it, furball? You have something to say to me? Administrative advisor. Technical advisor.
I'll take care of this brute with no sense of self-preservation.
In the meantime, go ahead and brief the field team
On the specifics of the operation. Rah!
Foe!
Just Gordian foe.
Yeah, come on.
I think Gordy was saying that out of concern. I think Foe's grown on him. He won't say it, but I think he likes Foe and doesn't want him to get hurt.
All right, let's get to it, shall we? Ritsuka, Miss Kyrielite, Fumikotaro, Kadodanzo. Your mission is to investigate and repair the singularity in HEIAN-KYO in the year 1008. That is the long and short of it. It'll basically be business as usual. Find the Holy Grail that's causing the singularity, and bring it back home. And like Hiduki said earlier, he and Raiko's living selves should be there. So do everything you can to make contact with them, as they're sure to be a huge help. Oh, no more thing. In regards to this particular Holy Grail's whereabouts, we actually have something of a hint this time. Oh, convenient. Limbo.
Yeah, he probably has it.
Based on what we know about him, there's every possibility that he managed to procure a Holy Grail and spawn a singularity using methods we could never predict. Limbo, the alter ego. Every now and then you come across people who will give up everything if it means causing as much destruction as possible. These kinds of people leech the life from everything around them. They refuse to see the worth in anything, themselves included, and stick solely to hurting and killing. Is to be careful, because I suspect that's the kind of threat Limbo might be too. And we can't afford to let him slow us down when we've still got a whole bleached earth to restore.
Don't worry, I'll be back as soon as I've got the Holy Grail. We've dealt with worse. Remember, we've beaten multiple beasts by this point. It's time to settle the score with Limbo once and for all.
Get our revenge.
Our revenge.
Excellent. In the meantime, we'll continue to work on stabilizing the storm border with real-world materials. I'm afraid we're still woefully unprepared to send you on your way. In fact, you're almost certainly walking into a trap.
Probably.
But all the same, this isn't a problem we can run from. For the time being, it seems unlikely that the foreign god will move from South America, and Limbo appears to be the only external force behind this latest singularity. Which means that right now, he is operating independently. And so, trap or not, we cannot afford to miss this chance when we know he'll be without reinforcements. Ideally, I would love to interrogate him to extract every iota of information he knows about the foreign god. But I cannot imagine he would willingly comply with any demand we might make. At any rate, remember this. Your primary mission for this race shift is not only to repair the singularity, it's also to eliminate a key figure of the foreign god's forces before the foreign god herself intervenes. Understood. You can count on me, sir.
You know, I do wish we would get to see more Chaldean servants in between story chapters like this. No, no.
Alright. All hands prepare for ray shift. I want all of Novum Caldia on standby, ready to help out as needed. Your destination is the southwest district of HEIAN-KYO. We'll initiate the ray shift in 15 minutes. That is all.
Got it. Let's go get our plug suit on. Come on, MASH.
Alright, senpai. Boo-boo!
Did Foe end up winning the fight? Is he coming along with us? I wouldn't be surprised. Thunderous Flash. Interesting. It's bouncing between E- and A. This might be the most boring map I've ever seen. Alright. This map is very, yeah, boring. Well, they can't all be winners. Alright, Lancer, huh? What is this place? Kind of reminds me of Iori's, like, yard area in FSR a little bit. Did the ray shift work? But more broken down. MASH! Kotaro! Donzo! No, it was an Edo. I'm just saying it reminds me a bit of that. Like, this would be his house. Well, yeah, I guess to the side is a bit more open. Yeah, no, it wasn't in Kyoto. It was Edo, or what would become Tokyo, I believe. But yeah, I was just saying it gives me a similar vibe as to like the little courtyard that his house is in.
Yes, master. It is I, Donzo.
Oh, good.
I have scanned our surroundings and can confirm that our race shift to the Heian period capital was successful.
However, we lost Kotaro and MASH. Well, I'm glad that you're the one that came with that's the, you know, that didn't get separated from us. For no particular reason.
In regards to Lady MASH and Lord Kotaro, I cannot see them anywhere.
They gasp.
Nor can I sense their magical energy signals. I also cannot find any signs of their presence, such as footprints in Lady MASH's case, or shinobi ciphers in Lord Kotaro's. This is truly baffling. According to my pre-installed map data, I can confirm we are in an uninhabited area in HEIAN-KYO's southwest district. However, given Lady MASH and Lord Kotaro's absence, and the fact I'm unable to contact Novum Caldia, I am forced to conclude that you and I are the only ones to have arrived at our destination successfully.
This might be Limbo's doing, probably.
Yes, it may well be. Master, as a countermeasure against interference in the ray shift, we were employing presence concealment. Lady Da Vinci came up with the idea using the interference data collected from the Shinjuku pseudo-singularity. Sabers could use magic resistance, casters could use territory creation, and so on for each class. Naturally, both Lord Kotaro and I used the skills we were directed to during this ray shift. But just before the ray shift ended, I felt an odd disturbance in my magical energy. Almost as though I'd run into a bounded field.
That must be what interfered with MASH and Kotaro's ray shift.
Yes, I believe so. As a matter of fact, I happen to sense Lord Kotaro's magical energy, though only for a moment. This is only speculation on my part, but I think Lord Kotaro may have acted as a decoy to draw the enemy's attention. If that's true, I can only assume he wanted you to have at least one servant by your side, rather than none. I see. So he sent you on ahead to help me. Makes sense. Better than being alone. I believe so, yes. A painful reminder that there are areas where my skills are left wanting. Lord Kotaro, on the other hand, is a true shinobi. But I mean, you taught him all that okay. At any rate, let us take stock of the situation, Master. It seems clear that you and I were the only members of our party to successfully reach our destination. Yeah. At present, Lady Mash and Lord Kotaro's whereabouts remain unknown. The ray shift interference, could have sent them both back to Novum Chaldea.
I hope not.
Or they could have each arrived in different locations somewhere in HEIAN-KYO.
Let's start by doing what we can. We'll just take a look around. We'll keep an eye out for Mash and Kotaro. Oh yeah, hopefully they're here somewhere and didn't get bounced all the way back to Chaldea. That would be unfortunate. And look for locals who can help us. Specifically, you know, Raiko and Kintoki.
Understood. Then let us get moving and begin our search for our teammates.
Oh, and we should also try to find a local who can help us, such as Lady Raiko.
As for the comms interference, the solutions will vary depending on the type of bounded field the enemy is using. If I can just find the bounded field's edge, or perhaps a seam, I should be able to re-establish contact.
In the meantime, may as well get going. Can't wait around here forever.
Yes, Master. Wait, just a moment. I'm detecting something in those shadows. No, multiple somethings, and I expect they each contain a great deal of magical energy. So I would urge you to slowly, carefully, get behind me, please. I was too careless. How did I fail to notice these readings sooner? They must be assassins with presence concealment.
No. Or monsters that are exceptionally skilled at hiding. That's probably closer to the truth. Sounds like a very big monster, too.
Master, get behind me, now.
Oh, these things. I hate these things. What are those things? Nothing good. I hate them. They appear to be enormous creatures with multiple legs. But more importantly,
they're clearly hostile. Initiating combat routines. Unlocking all mechanical ninja arts. Since I cannot accurately ascertain their strength, I see no reason to hold back. I shall therefore employ every tool in my possession.
Please.
Now let us begin.
Okay, now, see, I would love to bring you Donzo, but seeing as how I have the opportunity to, you know, bring some stronger people, I feel inclined to, do so. Yeah, we'll bring this, bride Nero with the Chaldea lunchtime, I believe, is that craft essence. Okay, Bargist, you gotta come out. Sure, Lancy boy. Why not? Give it to him, swap them around, okay. Battle. Fight the fucking things I hate the most. Like, these things are actually, like, just awful to look at. I hate them. I hate them so much. Why must they haunt me even here? Alright,
行きますわよ。
I'll wait till Ibuki has at least 2 Buster cards up before I use her Buster up, I think.
ルーティンと受け取るがよい。
Last 3 turns actually, you know
難
what?
しいのよね。
May as well. May as well.
さすいやつめ。こうだ。
Any crits? Any crits? Okay, no. No, apparently not. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. It's fine. That's alright. Probably should have used that first turn. Oh well.
はいいんじゃない？うんやつめ。と。せい。
Dreaded Chigumo is one of the famous monsters Record slays. Yeah, it makes sense. I hate them. I hate looking at them. I hate them with every fiber of my being.
そこをどけ政権よ共にはい
は
お任せを一等
い。せい。
Damn
断
it.
ち切る
Ibuki, why couldn't you do what Lancey Boy just did? Alright. Well,
はそういうのもありよね。
this'll do. Just guarantee this one dies.
せい。
Alright, probably
サンダ
I could have gotten away with doing 2 Ibukis and then Nero, but whatever. Ah, well, that's fine. Robe of sticky string. Ew. Ew, why is it sticky, huh?
ははい
ー。さすがだな。
Crit, 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 crit. Up. Well, at least the first one did. Ow.
はい はっ
うんやつめ。
とその程度
行くぞ。これ直すがよい。
Alright, Lance.
ルーティンと
I'm
受け取
giving
る
you
がよい。
everything I got.
これ直すがよい。
Even this, even though it won't really do anything. Erundite.
湖の乙女と
Overlord.
は
Get him.
輝きは皆物ごとく乱々と燃え盛
Show
れ
this disgusting spider creature that's no match
オーバーロード
for a knight of the round table.
強き者であっただが私は負けるわけにはいかないのだ
My boy. My absolute boyo. Yeah, get decoyed. You fell for my decoy. Fuma missile. You know, I think most normal shinobi couldn't launch missiles, but you know, I guess that's the advantage of being a puppet. A massive black blades, master. Danzo. This is nothing. Alright, foul spider monsters. Try this on for size. Evil wind, death storm. Are you alright, master? I think the question is, are you alright? Your underboob is out. What about you? You're obviously hurt. Oh no, this is not a problem. Oh, okay. Fair enough. As you can see, my self-repair function remains intact. I'll be fine. There's nothing to worry about since my spirit core remains undamaged. Rest assured I'm not about to fall now. If Lady Mash and Lord Kotaro are not here, Then it falls to me to keep you safe just as they would. Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad you're alright. Thank you, Master, but I assure you, this is not sufficient to harm any shinobi. All that aside, these creatures we encountered were truly terrifying opponents. I don't have many records of these large spider creatures in my database, nor do I remember seeing them myself during the Age of War. It is as though they are demonic beasts straight from the Age of Gods. Or at least that is the closest thing they remind me of from the many opponents I've fought in the simulator. I can't believe those things are just a fact of life in Heian period Japan. I would probably just kill myself. Rather than have to deal with those. Like if I got cornered by one of those, I would just be like, alright, knife. Dead. Agreed. Lady Da Vinci has told me that Japan was home to many ancient mystics. Even during the Age of War, I remember seeing Oni and monsters. But even so, I never would have expected such ferocious beasts to be wandering around a city only a few hundred years earlier. If this is any indication of the current state of affairs, this land may be far more nightmarish than we had dared imagine. Truth be told, I'm still reeling from the shock. I guess the local warriors must be pretty strong then, yeah? Oh yeah. Indeed. I only hope we can win one over to our side soon. Such an ally would be a great boon. But on the chance they prove foe rather than friend, I will do whatever I must to protect Master, even if it should cost me my life. I don't like that foreshadowing. Donzo? Never mind, it's not important. No matter the opponents we face, my duty remains— Stop the foreshadowing, please! I must keep Master safe, that is all that matters. Well, that feels like it pretty much is confirmed she's gonna die. Or at least this... Yeah. We'll probably be able to resummon her back at Chaldea, but... You know, I'd rather not have to see her die at all, personally speaking. You know, if it was up to me, at least. I don't know about anyone else, but I'd much prefer if she didn't kick the bucket, you know? Yeah, you know what? I'll keep Lancy Boy in. Actually... Yeah. Alright, Master. I have recorded all the information I can about the creatures we faced earlier. They do use a skill similar in nature to presence concealment. It is more akin to camouflage than the true concealment employed by an assassin. So as long as I make full use of my sensors, I should be able to boost my detection rate by a far greater degree than usual. Oh. Fuma scan, Katakuri style. There. Those creatures will no longer take us by surprise. Wow, you... I'm not gonna call her a puppet. I can tell I'm in good hands. Thank you, Master. At any rate, there you have it. If any more spiders should try to approach us, I will know about it. That said, Master. Yes? If we're somewhere in the old capital and this place is truly as deserted as it appears, then we should make haste to leave before any other deadly creatures show their faces. Yeah, probably. Good point. Let's find somewhere safe. Then come this way. Master. Forgive me for speaking to you from out of sight. I have detected a new creature not far ahead. But worry not. I shall deal with it. In the meantime, please go around the creature and make your way towards the nearby road. I'll give the creature the slip once you have made it there. If we're lucky, there may even be an officer or two out on patrol. Alright, I shall see you later.
Wait.
Yes, Master? It's too risky to fight alone. We're better off sticking together.
But Master, that would put you in...
Right. Understood.
Yeah, when have we ever ran from danger?
Forgive me, Master. I should have known better. That is just the kind of person you are, isn't it? Very well, then.
I will gladly fight by your side. I feel a twinge of shame using my more underhanded shinobi techniques in front of one so noble as you. But if that is the price I must pay to fight by your side, then so be it. Here comes. Get ready.
Understood.
I don't know why. I like how awkward Donzo is sometimes. I don't know. She's on my list of 4 stars that I kind of really want.
いいでしょう。仕事の時間です。
Alright, here's what we'll do. We'll do this.
リラックスリラックス
Then target Mr. Ghosty Boy
はい、了解。
ご要望とあらば
first.
フィニッシュ。
切り込む
Damn it, if only one of Bazzett's attacks had crit.
おっと
If only, if only. Alright. Oh, but this works out actually. I can do this
難
now.
しいのよね。いきますわよ。
Then
君に全チ
this.
ップをかけよう頼むぞ
Boom,
どうします？
boom,
そういう
boom. Wait, what am I doing?
せい。
Why am I acting like Ibuki's gonna have... Nah, whatever. I mean, it's still better than the alternative, I guess. Do I even have... I mean, I guess... actually, no, I don't, do I? I guess I have Castoria. But I'm committed to Ibuki now. Or... Full Merlin...
ご要望おやオーケー悪いね簡単なマジックさどうだいこれじゃ足りない同感さ
Right. Oh, sure hit. Yeah. Because I totally have a Vadon currently. That's gonna do so much for you. So much.
せい。
Damn.
ワンツー。どうします？
Yeah, let's full combo it. Make sure it dies.
打ち込む。暗
Alright.
殺栄圧イング
Well,
ズ。
entirely unnecessary, but better safe than sorry, as they say. Tsuchigumos. Ew, no, Dark Priest. This thing is an assassin. Really? Really? Okay, yeah, sure.
さてカウンティング
Very,
オーバー
very assassin-like.
完了。
Uh-huh. Definitely. I
楽園
believe
の端
that.
にようこそおや行くかい星の宇宙に物見の打て楽園の端から君に聞かせよう罪なき者のみ通るがいいガーデン・オブ・アバロン
アンサラ。
悪いね
Crit, please. No, Merlin, why? I guess it was only 60%.
切り札はこちらが先だ。フラガラク。
Bazzett, you are my MVP.
了解。はい。いいんじゃない？
I love you. Marry me. What?
ああ、フィニッシュこうだ。単純に
Ah,
実
well,
力
maybe
不足
another
です。
day. Mr. Dark Priest. But not this day. Maybe you'll win next time, but I doubt it.
You ain't shit. It's over. Take this.
Just exploded.
Fucking blown up, mate.
You know, I think I've seen something like that before. Something like that thing before.
You have. Well, I have no recollection of the events of Shima Uso myself. I did view them in Chaldea's database. And that creature we just faced does bear a great resemblance to those dark armored warriors from then.
I'd bet Limbo's involved here. Probably. He probably has a hand in pretty much everything happening in the singularity, if I had to guess.
Yes, Master. I was just thinking the same thing. Oh. But never mind that now.
For the moment, we need to get to the road as soon as possible.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Well, more exactly, my HEIAN-KYO circuits are picking up a feint. A feint what?
I knew this matched one of my records. This manner of camouflage involves manipulating the very earth itself. Master!
Another spider?
Please tell me your spirit core wasn't damaged again? Or at all? Not again?
No, how could I be so careless?
Danzo. She's injured. And all to stop me from getting hurt.
Please run for it, Master. I'll hold it off. You must make it to the road, quickly.
I'm not gonna let this thing kill me, I promise.
Master, no!
Gander! Here in the nightmarish realm of HEIAN-KYO, it would not be at all out of the ordinary for a hapless young woman defending a companion to be eaten alive by a vicious monster. Especially here in the far outskirts of Kyo, where great spiders known as Tsuchigumo prowl the land. These horrific beasts are truly the embodiment of all that is gruesome and wicked. Of the cries of creatures that do not follow the rule of the Emperor. Indeed, any ordinary person facing one of these creatures could usually expect to meet a swift and horrible end, shredded and devoured all at once. But what if, while that person was under attack, a Genji warrior would have passed by? Golden! Oh no, it's gonna be Suna. Tachi-wielding man.
Well, well. I'm impressed you didn't abandon your companion to try and save your own skin. Not bad at all. Still, you've rotten luck crossing paths with the Tsuchigumo. Are you the child of one of the nearby warrior families? Or perhaps a relative of some court noble?
Stay back. It's not safe to face this creature alone. Please, seek help.
Help?
You want me to call on for help? Me ask for help? That's the funniest thing I've heard in ages. Why are you still standing around? Oh, don't worry about him.
That's enough out of you, Spider.
Huh. Did he just cut it in two? Indeed he did.
But my sensors didn't even see him move. Please tell us, who are you?
So as terrifying as the Tsuchigumo must be for you, you still faced it rather than We've seen worse. You know, we fought a couple of different beasts of humanity, you know. We've seen worse.
And above all, your eyes still shine with life. You dress in a manner unlike anyone else from this land. Your supplies look as if they're not of this world. And the two of you clearly share a strong bond. I think I can even sense an unusual type of magical energy from you both. Yes, there's no mistaking it. You are a servant and a master, are you not?
Huh?
Who are you?
You wish to know my name? Very well, I can tell you that much. I am the head of Raiko's 4 heavenly kings, guardians of the capital, I am the warrior of Genji entrusted with that most prized sword, the Higekiri, escorting Special Agent Watanabe no Suna. Hopefully he doesn't attack us for being another master, but I feel like he probably will. I have a feeling, like, we're probably gonna convince him to help us, but not before fighting him, if I had to, assume. It would only make sense. Yeah, it's gonna be him and Medea. For sure. Meaning, Durga, get in here? Yes, this'll do. We don't need anything else. Probably. I'm the head of Raiko's 4 Heavenly Kings, Guardians of the Capital. Yeah. I am the warrior of Genji entrusted with the most prized sword, the Higekiri, escorting Special Agent Watanabe no Suna, one of Raiko's 4 Heavenly Kings, just like Kintoki. Indeed, an unparalleled slayer of beasts. So then that magnificent blade he carries must be the Onikiri Yasutsuna from the Hoki province. The question now is he friend or foe? Foe for now, probably. He may have slain the beast that was threatening our lives, but something inside me, something that's not part of my circuitry, is screaming at me not to let down my guard. I cannot ignore this feeling. I must be prepared to fight at a moment's notice to keep Master safe. Caster. Hey, Medea.
Yes, Lord Suna?
Medea?
You were right, Master. You are facing a servant. I'm certain of it.
I see. Well, that is a cruel twist of fate. Forgive me, foreign girl. Despite having just saved your life, I now have no choice but to take it in accordance with the rules of the Imperial Holy Grail War. For Lord Fujiwara no Michinaga's words is as absolute as edicts from the heavens themselves.
But we're not part of your whole. Look, we have different circumstances. We're not part of your We're not part of your Holy Grail War. I promise. Unless the Holy Grail that's on offer is the one that Limbo is using to maintain the singularity, in which case, then we might have a problem.
Fujiwara no Michinaga? Now, face me, Caster.
Caster?
Master, get behind me, now.
Well. So you've chosen to get between me and my target. Your peculiar motions are surprisingly quick.
Huh. His sword strokes are too fast for me to follow. And what's more, they're frighteningly strong. I can feel my limbs groaning under the strain.
Even as a servant, I'm no match for his mastery of the blade.
So this is the head of Raiko's 4 Heavenly Kings.
But why? Why would one of the 4 Heavenly Kings attack us? And why is a servant accompanying it? Did you not hear him? There's apparently a Holy Grail War happening. Duh.
I don't know, but right now, with neither Lady Mash nor Lord Kotaro here to help, it falls to me to keep Master safe, no matter what.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good heckin' luck. Cause, I don't feel good about our chances, if I'm being honest with you. I don't feel great. Well, we'll get rid of his support first. Yeah.
はいせい打ち込むああフィニッシュ切りえぐる
殺す
Wait, I just realized.
支障
Did
はあ
he
りません
think that Donzo was the master and we were the servant? Was that why he said caster? Or did he assume, because he said face me caster and looked at us? And then Donzo got in the way. Did he think we were the servant? It took me a second, but like, that's what it seems like.
メッセどうしますヒマバットの力を目覚めよなあワッツ
Oh, we only have to... Oh, okay. We just have to break a single break bar, apparently? Alright. Donzo is from the same country and almost the same time period. So he just assumed that someone who looked Japanese was the... I guess that's fair? I guess it's fair. Donzo. I'm alright. Please be careful, Lord Suna. There's no telling what sort of tricks a servant may have up their sleeves. Thank you, Caster. That aside, I assumed you were a warrior from a far-off land I know nothing about, and yet you're surprisingly weak. Or are you merely holding back so as not to kill or injure me? Huh. If that's the case, then you must take me for a fool. He's so strong. Even as a servant, I cannot see a way to defeat him. Despite being a flesh and blood human with a servant of his own at his command, he's still chosen to fight this battle almost entirely on his own. Even though the heroic spirit accompanying him could easily block all manner of non-mystic physical attacks, he relies on her for nothing but support. So this is how a Heian warrior fights. We have no reason to fight you, but you don't seem to feel the same. Don't be ridiculous. His master says but one path away. If you would just listen to us for 5 fucking minutes! There's but one path open to us. As per Lord Fujiwara's decree, the city of Kyo is now the field upon which we must do battle. There is nothing more to say. This aura, he truly means to kill us. There does not seem to be anything I can say that would stop him. Which means there's only one option left, though it would not be an easy one. Here I come. If we hope to see another day, we'll just have to run for it. Forgive me. Master. Grab Donzo's hand. Come on. Master, over here. This smoke may be poisonous. Hold on, I'm going to cast a spell that will neutralize it and let you breathe more ease. Don't bother. This is only an ordinary smoke screen, not a poisonous one. How can you tell? Lord Suna, stop. It's not safe. Don't you get it, Caster? That warrior was clearly trying to keep the girl safe. And she could not possibly do that if the gas were poisonous. From the sound of it, they've already covered a great deal of ground. Shall we go after them? Of course. Come, let's go. Do you not know how to talk, Suna? Is talking out of the question for you in its entirety? Stubborn mule of a man. Ironically, could totally be poisonous. True. No, it wouldn't affect us, but I don't know if Donzo carries. Well, she probably carries poisonous smoke bombs. Let's be real here.
My apologies, Master, but this is an emergency. I hope you can forgive me for carrying you in my arms while we make our escape. Ordinarily, I would do so by leaping great distances rather than running. But I'm afraid my body is still not functioning at optimum levels. Donzo, your injury. Do not worry about me. A few scratches like this or not.
Uh-huh. Huh. What was that?
I'm so sorry. It seems my long-distance running and 1,000 li per second traversal mechanisms were more damaged than I realized. I suppose I should have expected no less from the famed Watanabe no Suna.
Here, Donzo, lean on me. Let's try to put as much distance between him and us as we can. I ran with that one on RE3, Mother Blazes Joe with Ritsuka. I wonder how much overlap there is between Fate and Resident Evil fans. Probably some. I've seen mods for games where I was like, huh. I'm surprised. Yeah, I guess it's not impossible. Actually, probably very likely, if anything. And I just hadn't really considered that possibility. Yeah.
Alright, Master, thank you. Master, it won't be long before Lord Watanabe no Suna catches up with us. When he does...
She carried pepper spray but with Serenity's fluids. Low key, why wouldn't that work? Like, I'm sure Paracelsus could find a way to like condense it and make it like hyper effective and bottle it, and then yeah, that would totally work. Maybe they'd be afraid of like accidentally getting it on the servants fighting alongside Ritsuka, maybe. But like it would be like a last resort, like if we're separated and about to be like jumped. Yeah, that could totally work. I don't know why wouldn't. Just have her spit into a bottle for like a couple hours.
I want you to let me make amends for this horrific failure. I will do whatever it takes to delay him and give you an opportunity to escape, even if it should cost me my life. So I want you to hold onto my right hand. Its mechanisms may be silent now, but it contains a communication device with a greater range and fidelity than yours. If you use it to contact Caldia.
I'm not leaving you behind. Ain't happening.
Master.
Don't forget, I still have all 3 of my command spells. As technically part of her body, would it be ray shiftable without her? I mean, as I've said, for like minute singularities, probably, and then the lost belts, it wouldn't be an issue. So it'd only really be a problem for like this particular case. But for where we're at currently, it would. I was like, I mean, not currently, but as in like, as far as the lost belts are concerned, it still wouldn't hurt. I would think. Again, worst case, we just couldn't bring it to here or 6.5, which I don't even know if I assume 6.5 is probably a singularity. If this one ended up being 1, then I don't see why 6.5 wouldn't. I don't know. Don't forget, I have all my command spells.
Master.
Hey, you two got a moment?
What?
So, I had a little too much to drink tonight, so I decided to take a walk, get some night air. Uh-huh. The next thing I know, I wake up sprawled out in some back alley. So then I heard you two whispering, and the lady here sounded real worried about something. Maybe not on the verge of tears or anything, but whatever's on your mind, lady, it seems pretty serious. You in trouble or something? Yeah, maybe you are. Maybe you're not. I'm not gonna lie, it can be pretty dense. So if you don't want to deal with that, just let me know and I'll get out of your hair. But if I ain't got it all mixed up,
and you really do need help, all you gotta do is ask. Golden! One word and I'll hop to and bail you out.
Even if it's fighting your, sworn brother. Because that's who we're dealing with currently.
Whatever it is that's bothering you, I'll take care of it. I sure ain't about to make injured villagers fend for themselves. So how about it? You two on the run from monsters or bandits or something? Where's your house? Is it close by?
Golden hair. Are you, perhaps...
Golden? Huh? What are you talking about?
Golden? Golden? Nah, that ain't right.
Wait, it is! Golden, that's it!
I like the sound of that. Something about that word just sounds... yeah. Awesome. Golden. I love it. Wait, oh man, I didn't realize how badly injured you were. What happened to you guys? You run into a Tsuchiguma or something?
Well...
Close. A Tsuchigumo did attack them, but it is not what inflicted those wounds.
I did. Just a graze. With Higekiri.
What? Naminosuna? Ooh, yeah, this is gonna be awkward.
Curses, he already caught up to us.
Huh. So that's how it is. Interesting. Kintoki? Move aside. You're in my way. My business here is with the woman and girl, not you. That right. Kintoki. I don't know if you noticed, Brother Suna, but it's the middle of the night. I know I couldn't live with myself if I didn't make sure these two got home safe, so that's just what I was about to do. Whatever business you got with them can wait. Got it?
Lord Kintoki.
He really does mean to protect us, even though we have yet to tell him a single thing about ourselves.
He made his decision in an instant, without any hesitation.
That's our boy.
So this is Lord Sakata Kintoki of Ashigara, one of Raiko's 4 heavenly kings.
Stand down, Kintoki. I'd prefer to avoid anything that might cause Lady Raiko grief. Huh. Big talk, even for the head of the 4 heavenly kings. Kintoki. You know I got nothing but respect for you, Brother Suna. But that doesn't mean anything you say goes. Now why don't you fill me in, cause I don't get it. Granted, since I came down from Mount Ashigara, there's been a whole lot of things that were clear as mud to me. But no matter how hard I try, I can't understand why the undisputed strongest Heian warrior would be going after women and children. I shouldn't even have to be telling you this, Brother Suna. But we're supposed to keep women and children safe, not cut off their heads. I see. You do make a good point. However, neither of them is young enough that I would call them children.
Technically, Ritsuka should be 18 by now. Maybe even 19. So I guess technically we're not a child. So... He's got us there. Damn, can't use that as an excuse.
That really what you think, Brother Suna? Cause it sure don't look that way to me. Hell, that girl with the red hair is definitely still just a kid. Most kids her age would probably be bawling their eyes out if they were lost in the middle of the night. But not this kid. She's been holding back her tears and refusing to give in to her fears as she looks for a way home. She might be lost, but she's still got guts. At least that's the feeling I get from her. How about you, brother? You sure you don't feel the same? I'm glad to see nothing ever gets you down, Kintoki. But the Imperial Holy Grail War requires that I do this. Now stand aside.
Imperial Holy Grail. Yeah, he said that earlier. Did you not question it before?
No. I said stand back. And I said no.
That was smooth. I'll give him that.
Then you leave me no choice.
And to get serious.
Now bring it on, you bastard.
That's probably the smoothest, like, costume change in the game yet. Like, as he was drawing his sword, it just transitioned from the previous sprite to that one. That was smooth. I'll give him that. That was smooth. And yeah, we'll use Sucker to Goat. Alright, yeah, it should be fine. Load, damn you. Run, foe, run. Alright, yeah, we'll swap you out right away. Fazzy can stay for now, though, because I need her to kill the Dragon Tooth Warriors. What buffs do you have, by the way, Mr. Kintuki? Child of the Red Dragon, increase max HP, increase stun chance. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Any crits? No, okay. Of course not. Why would there be? Why would there be a crit?
さてと力入れか
どうします
シュメロスケ参る
Go get him, Kintuki. Show who's boss. Oh.
行くぜ必殺黄金大量弾
Okay, good. It still hit. For a second, when it did no damage, the first attack, I was like, is his Noble Phantasm gonna do damage? Cause I was very scared for a moment.
お月さんまで行っちまいな
Actually, you know what? Do this.
決着の時だ強化完了
Yeah, I feel pretty...
望むところだ
Doing Castoria overcharge wouldn't do much, right? Or anything. Yeah, neutral, good, human. Yeah, there's no way. Okay,
いいでしょう。
ゴッズホルダーの
今一度救済の技を。的確かと。最果ての
I'm
幼
going
い
to
あなたへ
hope.
あなたを信じてあなたを見上げて今も私は走っています胸に宿る星の鼓動ホープビル・キャメロット
Okay, yeah, that should break his break bar. Maybe. Please, Castoria, on that arts card, please crit. Please, please crit, Castoria. No, even the crit didn't do it, damn it.
切り札はこちらが先だ
That's real unfortunate.
切り札はこ
Real
ちらが先だ
unfortunate.
お呼びですか
どうします
的確かとオーケストラ
暗殺エアツイングズ
雨のように
遅い切る
Damn. Kintuki got fucking obliterated. Which is not good for us. At all. Well, I'm sure
お
this
呼びです
is...
的確かと
I'm sure it'll be
目
fine.
を引きましょう羽のようにごめんなさいね
Surely he's not gonna Noble Phantasm us, right? And completely disintegrate us. Charge plus each turn after you already have it. Okay, buddy. Oh boy.
混合神大混合輪下磁師内磁師下爆内爆知見日輪
Body
音
Ibuki.
量
Kind of funny he targeted.
菩提鬼殺終わりだ
Kind of apt that she's the one he targeted.
疲れた浅い危ない
Wait, do we have to actually beat him? Oh no. Oh no no no
乙女の
no.
加護円卓の名において引くがいい
That's not good. That's really not good.
どうします
はっお任せを
せい
断ち切るせい
Oh, Lancy boy.
危ない
Maybe if I had foed him, he would have done enough damage. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy,
炎
oh.
より激しく
It's not good.
はい
待ちわびていました神域の技をここに
断ち切る
雨のように
Okay, at least we're gonna have anti-enforcement defense on for everyone this
あな
turn.
たを信じてあ
Even
な
if it's
たを見上げ
only
て今も
one
私は走っています
absorption.
胸に宿る星の鼓動
Better than nothing.
ホープビル・キャメロット
Here we go again.
混合神大混合輪下磁師内磁師下爆内爆知見日輪音量
間に合わなかった
菩提鬼殺
浅い
Rude. Might not even be. I may
決
as
着の
well.
時だ強化完了望むところだ
お呼びですか的確かと
She won't do much damage, maybe 10k per hit. Actually, no, he'll hit. No, Suna's only gonna even attack her once, so
波が来
yeah,
ます
only
よ
10k, if at best.
首を跳ねるぞ
Oh, but he puts a Vade on, so it won't even matter anyway. Okay,
フ
cool,
ラガラック
awesome.
フラガラック
My favorite. And it's turn-based, not hit-based. Okay. Well. Frick you. You don't get nice things.
同志了解
的確かと
ワッツン暗殺エアイングズ
そこですね
Whoa!
混合
Fuck
神大
you!
混合輪
That's
下
cheating!
磁師内磁師下爆内爆知見日輪音量
間に合わなかった
菩提鬼殺
彼らに笑われてしまう
Stun retarget happened. That's fine. Again, I couldn't damage him anyway, so it's not like it really mattered.
手慰みですが頑張ります
Let's. Hang on, what's his overcharge again? And increased damage taken. Okay. We might be able to pull this out.
ホーブ展開
行くぞ我が聖剣
Maybe?
的確かと黒金の城神域の技 円卓は空席なれど清掃にほころびはなく、楽園から離れようとグゼの童話は今も確かに。
Okay, story. You're being the real MVP right now.
輝きは皆物ごと
Helping us absorb damage
だん
and
だんと
dealing a
燃え盛
shitload.
れ。我が聖剣アロン大刀オーバーロード。
ゲート・オブ・アバロン。
Okay, one more hit.
でお呼びですか。
お任せ。
Alright, get out of here, you.
ミストルティン。雨のように。
逃げる。
You pain in my butt.
期待には応えられましたか。まだまだいけますので引き続きお声掛けを。
That guy is real persistent, huh? He even put the beat down on his own friend. How fucked up is that?
Never mind the Shikigami skeletons, Caster. They're only getting in my way.
The Dragon Tooth Warriors. But anyway, if I do that...
Don't bother. They won't be of any help against Kintoki. Kintoki. Arrgh!
He just cleaves through him like paper.
Well, that's something. Never would have thought a lone wolf like you'd send a bunch of skeletons to do his dirty work. Not that they're gonna be much help against. Whoa!
Suna fights dirty, huh?
Phew, that was close. Well. Not so much as a scratch even after taking a direct blow from Higikiri. I knew you had talent. Damn.
I can see why Lord Kintoki was one of Raiko's 4 Heavenly Kings. Even up against a warrior as strong as Lord Suna, he refuses to back down. However, Lord Suna is still
His superior.
Fun though it is to spar with you, Kintoki. I'm not about to spend all night needlessly fighting one of my fellow 4 Heavenly Kings. Especially since you're not a master yourself. Ha! Gah! Since there are 2 casters present here, I need bring back only 1 head as proof.
Again, Lord Suna's sights are not set on Lord Kintoki. And they're not currently set on me either.
So then he must be after... Master?
Oh crap. Donzo, change into your spirit form.
Understood.
What? Huh? Did she just disappear? No, it's not that. The girl told her to use her spirit form. Which must mean... Caster.
Yes, Lord Suna. She's definitely a servant.
So you meant the puppet rather than the girl? I see. So I've not been tricked so much as I was simply ignorant.
I'm so sorry. I should have been more specific. You're right. The servant signal came from the woman with the long black hair who just vanished. Not that girl with the red hair.
Yeah, I guess red hair is not common.
I see.
Also, while we're on the subject, I don't think the woman is a caster. Given the way she carried herself, I would bet she's an assassin.
What? You mean there are other kinds of servants besides casters?
Lord Suna.
No, it's alright. I shouldn't have been so quick to jump to conclusions.
Yeah, you do that, don't you? Quite a bit. I just assumed this girl here was a caster based on their highly unusual clothing.
And the fact that I thought I saw her use
some form of sorcery. Well, yes, we did, but
it just goes to show I too have much to learn. Kintoki.
I don't get it. How the hell did that injured lady disappear like that?
Oh, sorry, brother. What's up?
just being all casual now.
Since there don't seem to be any casters here whose heads I can take, I'll step aside for now. Go ahead and take that girl wherever you like.
So is Limbo just after caster heads, maybe? Maybe this Imperial Holy Grail War is meant to be all casters and there being an assassin threw him off?
But know this. Next time we meet, I'll have you show me your left hand. And if by chance I should happen to see those glowing red marks upon it.
Yeah? What are you gonna do, brother?
Put you to the sword, of course.
Huh. Ha! So you're finally gonna come at me without holding anything back, huh? Well, that'll be something. In that case, Brother Suna, I can't wait to see what you've got.
Media's like, oh god. What have I gotten myself into?
Let's go, Caster.
Right. Whew. He is gone now, right?
I can't see him anymore, that's for sure.
I can't sense him either. Phew, it's a relief.
Man, that was nuts. Going up against Suna's crazy skills, even if he was holding back.
But you guys did that and managed to make it out not just with their heads still attached, but all your limbs too. That's the sort of thing people would be talking about for ages if they'd seen it. You ought to be proud.
I knew I could count on you in the Heian period too, Kintoki.
Huh?
You were like one of those morphing heroes. Maybe we should explain things to him. Morph?
Ah, where'd you come from? Man, so you can just disappear and reappear out of nowhere, huh?
What Lady Ritsuka here is trying to say, Lord Kitsakata Kinki, is that you are a good person who always tries to do the right thing.
Oh? Someone who always tries to do the right thing, huh? Me, you think? Because I don't got any idea what's right and what's wrong. Hell, if you do, I'd love it if you told me. As far as I'm concerned, I was just helping out a kid who lost her way. I wasn't thinking about it any deeper than that. Man, city life is complicated, huh? Especially now, what with the Imperial Holy Grail War going on.
Yeah, would you mind explaining that to us? We're kind of out of the loop here. What do you mean by Imperial Holy Grail War? Like, some details would be nice. Or, you know, anything. Just don't leave us in the dark. Heian warrior attire unlockable. Interesting. I thought we wouldn't be able to get that for Kintoki until, like, you know, after we cleared. But okay, I mean, I'll take it. I mean, I don't have Kintoki, so I mean, doesn't really, you know, matter all that much. I mean, I say that, but I haven't even really wanted Kintoki, so I mean, there's that. But maybe the singularity will make me want Kintoki. Because the few minor appearances he's had from London to now haven't done much in regards to me giving a shit, honestly. Which I think is fair. I don't think they've given much good reason to want him. I know, I'm weak. I think I'll leave it there, though. Again, it's hard to go for long periods in the summer, but next time we should get through more sections than just 2, because the intro dialogue was very long. So hopefully next time we can get through like 3 or 4 sections, hopefully. Man, I hate leaving it off when it's clearly about to tell us what the hell this Imperial Holy Grail War is, but seeing as how the name of the act is literally Imperial Holy Grail War. But that's gonna have to do it. Yeah, my guess is Limbo, because during that scene at the end of Olympus, he straight up said I'm gonna get my revenge. I'll lead them into my own personal hell or whatever. So my assumption is he set this singularity up knowing we wouldn't ignore it. Like, he knew we'd have to come and fix it, right? And he made it, like, he set up this whole Holy Grail war to make it so these other powerful individuals of the time would want to kill us because they would assume we were just another master, and so that would give them ample reason to take us out in their own pursuit for the Grail. I feel like that makes sense, trying to get strong warriors to do his dirty work, albeit unwittingly. I feel like that makes some sense, but we'll have to wait until next time to find out the full truth, which will be tomorrow. But yeah, I feel like my theory makes decent sense. There's some holes in it for sure, but for now, it's what I'm going with. It's what makes the most sense with what we've seen in so far, I feel like. But anywho, that's gonna do it. Yeah, next time we'll try to get through 3 or 4 sections, of course, starting with learning what the hell is going on here. But yeah, anyway, I'll catch y'all later.